So you guys educated me so much in the comments in between episodes, and it's quite obvious that I have never played Undertale because I had no idea who Sans was, which is what the Golem in Fargo Soul mod is re-sprited after. Apparently Golem just in general is themed after that, and yeah, I had no idea. Never played Undertale. It actually came out at a really bad time when I was just busy with other stuff. I always wanted to jump into it, never did. And it's sitting on Steam in my like 600 plus games. And I've honestly not touched a lot of those because I get sent games all the time, and sometimes I'm able to check them out and sometimes I'm not, and other times I have like humble bundles that give me games and I'm just never able to get around to them. This was the case. I think I bought it during a Steam sale intending to play it, never did. So yeah, never played Undertale, had no idea who Sans was. Now I do, thanks to your guys' very gracious comments. Additionally, I think that we're going to try something a little different. So today we are going to continue to work on Golem. I think that I'm really going to try to focus on getting melee up and running. So I was in the middle of making a Knight's Edge. So we got the true Knight's Edge, and then we need a true Excalibur. So we'll make that real quick, and then we'll go Terror. Oh my goodness, what do I need to make a Terrorblade? Actually, I have no idea. I do know that I need the true Excalibur, right? Oh, I'm sorry, I was looking at other stuff before getting it. Terrorblade requires, the Broken Hero Sword, which I just need to toss probably a few. I say as I grab all of those. And we're gonna take a few of them and we're just gonna toss them over here. There we go, now we can make the Terrorblade. I feel like melee might be really, really good. So it's one of those, like, I'm pretty certain that this is a good choice to try. So we're going to try the Terrorblade even in its current state. I think it's going to be quite good. So Terrorblade, of course, has the projectiles, right? And then we're going to go full on melee build. So I'm going to put this on instead of, oh goodness, where, okay, there's ours. Summoning Soul. The Power Glove, I never did upgrade, but maybe getting like, which one was better? Oh crap, I never remember which one is better. Because the Mechanical Glove can turn into the Fire Gauntlet, which is used for the Berserkers Soul, which again, we can't make until the Crucible of the Cosmos. But maybe the Fire Gauntlet will be okay. See, that's the thing, I never know, because like I could make the Berserkers Glove, which also is used in it too. I think it gives me 8 defense, right? As opposed to the Mechanical Glove, which doesn't. So, or well, maybe the Fire Gauntlet? No, okay, so I think I'm just gonna go ahead and make the Berserker's Glove. I think I can, maybe I have Flesh Knuckles? No, I think I can make them. Demon Altar, Putrid Scent, which I should. Yeah, I've got one of those, so let's just grab that. Man, we're getting all melee set up here. I think it'll pay off. I think that there is a reason for us to continue as summoner on this one, and I think it would work fine. But at the same time, what am I missing? Oh, right. I need the Flesh Knuckles. Boom, and then we're gonna go Berserker Glove. Boom. Okay, and then with that upgrade out of the way, because I can't make the soul. Although, what was that other thing? Hero Shield grants immunity to knockback, absorbs 25% of the damage done to players on your team when above 25% health. Enemies are more likely to target you. That would be a really cool item in, say, like Thorium, where you have a healer that you can also have on your team healing you. I think that'd be super cool. Actually, we need to, oh, no, wrong button. We need to research that real quick. Just because we always constantly have new people flooding in on these episodes, I do have the quick research mod that I'm using, and I've bound a button to research things that are not researched yet in my inventory. It makes it way easier, way quicker. But I need that Berserker's Glove back. And okay, so grab that. I'm going to get the rest of this set up real quick, and then we'll head over and try the golem. Oh, and before I forget, you guys also pointed out that there's an important line of text on this bionomic cluster that would have saved me a lot of headache yesterday. You know, it says like grants immunity to blah, blah, grants immunity to blah, blah, grants immunity to blah, blah. And then it says use teleport to your last, or use to teleport to your last death point. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't need to set up that teleporter. I wish that I would remember the wall of text that is here. You know what's funny is Starlight River just posted something this last week on Twitter where they have keywords that they're adding in on their frames for this. So like it will say, you know, grants, I don't know, what's an example? I'm going to make something up off the top of my head. Grant speed, and it'll have like a little, like, you know, in parentheses or in brackets, you know, the word speed. And then you can look up what the word speed means, which would be like, it allows you to run fast, fly fast, you know, jump higher and all this other stuff. So like that way they don't have to have a wall of text here. It could be like, gives you speed, gives you immunity, gives you, you know, all this keyword stuff, and then you can know what that is. And I appreciate that as a Diablo player. I think that honestly, keywords are very important for setting up, you know, expectations of what you're getting on an item. I mean, like this is a perfect example. Menacing, right? Menacing gives us 4% damage. We know menacing gives us 4% damage. So if you can have keywords like that, that are learnable and are searchable within the game, then that makes things just a lot easier to be able to communicate to the player. In fact, there's you know, something to be said about, oh, go away, blood moon. There's something to be said about language, and creating a language, but more on that once I have this melee set up. You know, I'm in the middle of setting this up and I'm like, the turtle enchantment sounds so cool. 100% of contact damage is reflected. When standing still and not attacking, you will enter your shell. While standing in your shell, you will gain 90% damage resistance. Additionally, you will destroy incoming projectiles and deal 10 times more thorns damage. The shell lasts at least 1 second and up to 25 attacks blocked. That's crazy. Lasts at least 1 second, which means it lasts more. Enemies will explode into needles on death if they are struck with your needles, and you suddenly have the urge to hide in a shell. That sounds really cool because you could be like, I'm getting screwed. Let's just hit this and bam, right? Seems like it'd work out pretty well. Oh man, how do I make all the Valhalla stuff? I actually don't know. I think I don't. I think I just have to get this stuff. Okay. I'm sorry. I think this is actually Old One's army stuff. Back to getting this set up. Okay, you know what? I'm half expecting now that I have this all set up to get down to that point where we're doing this fight and then be like, nah, I'm going back to our previous setup. That's what I'm expecting to happen. Oh man, I hate these stupid things. So someone had mentioned that it would be a good idea for me to flatten out this bottom area. Hard agree on that one. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna get some blocks, and as we do that, I'm gonna talk about creating language in games, because I think it is an important topic in a weird way. You'll see what I mean. But when it comes to game development, if you want to communicate ideas to the player, say, I don't know, say you want to communicate an idea of what an item does or what an enemy does, you, without knowing it, generally create language that tells you what that means, or maybe with knowing it if you know what you're doing. And in tabletop RPG development, this is quite common. You do this intentionally to allow players to understand the rules of the game without necessarily having to look them up in a book, because that's like the worst thing you could do in D&D is sit there looking up rules for 15 minutes. It totally slows down the game. You don't want to do that. So instead, we don't do that. I'm going to go ahead and actually block that off. Instead, we don't do that. We just say, you get, you know, immunity to knockdown, or this character is restrained. And if you know what restrained does, you know what that thing does. So by creating language that players, like common language that players can understand, you're creating a situation in which players are able to. By the way, I got the vampire knife set up just so we could try that out. I'm using Palladium enchantment. I'm using the Squire enchantment to try it out, but we may switch from that. Barbarian essence and the Berserkers Gloves, because that seems like it does a lot of damage. I'm looking forward to trying this. Anyway, so, you know, Starlight River doing the language commitment there and creating common language that players can understand. And I think that that's really important. And I think that more mod creators could get in on that. And I think it would be really good. Do I have a summon thing? All right, here we go. How do I want to do this? I don't know. Let's just fire. Just melee him to death, which is not really working all that well. Because he seems to be blocking my melee attacks with his stupid arms, which we kind of knew would happen. All right, now let's try our healing, right? So the reason we got the healing to begin with was to test this out. Or the reason we got the Squire enchantment to begin with was to test this out, which that seems to work pretty well, honestly. Getting you back to fairly high health. And then we're gonna come in with the Terrorblade doing its thing. I mean, we are crushing his face fairly good here. We are kind of tanking this a bit. Man, melee is fun. I really like melee. Like late game melee is especially fun. Early game melee can be kind of brutal. You're like, I don't want to use a short sword. It's a little bit better nowadays. Come on. Get that head dead. All right, we're gonna go down so we can go up as was suggested. Thank you very much. We're gonna go ahead and go back to healing. You know, having a flat bottom, not the way I meant it to sound. Having a flat bottom is making this a lot easier to dodge things. So I appreciate that. That was a good tip, very good tip. The head's gonna do its thing again. Crap. Okay, can I go up? Yes, I can. I don't have a heal just yet. Oh, I just got zapped there. Oh my goodness, got like super zapped. Oh, it wasn't going poorly. Actually, I think it was going pretty okay. Do I just commit to melee? Or do I try something different? I don't know. Why not try again? Right, why not try again? Can we actually? No. Oh, it did it. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that. Look at it. You guys are amazing. Okay. Do I think the Squire enchantment was helping? Maybe. Maybe. Let's try the twin ranks a little bit here. Here we go. I'm curious if this is gonna work. Twin ranks. Wait, why is the head all off? Wait, what's going on with the head? Wait, why is the head all off? I don't understand. Is it just like bugged out? I think it's a little bugged out. That's fine. Whatever. This is kind of funny. Wait, does that mean I can get in here and like really do the damage, the melee damage that we want to do? This is a bit silly. It's fine. It happens. Is this cheating for us to do it this way? Nah, the game, I see this as a gift. The game is like, you've been on Golem for longer than you've ever been on Golem in your life. Accept my gift. It's dangerous to go alone. Take this. You know, like that's pretty nice. All right, now we're back to this phase. So we can avoid that. I really do want to like melee the boss if I can try to, because our melee damage is insane. Okay, he's gonna laser beam out, but we can dodge said balls. We can't dodge those though. All right, we're gonna go back to some vampire knifage. He's gonna laser beam here, which is fine because we got a good spot for us. Oh, what did I get hit by? Oh, the geyser did damage to me. Okay. Okay. Okay, we're pivoting. I swear I do this every time I try a different class. I'm like, all right, we're gonna pivot. We're going to pivot. We're going to go back because I'm kind of like, you know what? This arena setup feels really good compared to what we were doing before. So maybe with a bit extra damage, this might be really easy for us. So someone suggested to use the Raven Staff. I don't know. It says it does more damage, but does it? You know? I don't know. We're going to find out together. It doesn't feel like it does more damage. You know, it really doesn't feel like it. Where's the nurse? Get over here, Nursey Poo. All right, let's go back. Boom. The delay on that's a little annoying because I'm like, did it work or did my game just crash? Right, let's get the Ballista Staff out. I don't actually know how much the Ballista is doing to the boss, but we may as well utilize it. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Whip it. Whip it real good. My dudes do so much damage. Between the scythes they throw and just the damage that I do, it's kind of nuts. It's really nice. This fight can go fairly quick if we just stick to Summoner, I think. All right, we want to go down to let him go up, to not get hit by that geyser, but still get hit by it apparently because I'm a loser who lost the fight. I'm gonna practice this a little bit. Let's see how it goes. Okay, so status update. I feel like things are going pretty okay. So what I've landed on is using basically what I was using before. So, you know, I'm doing Summoner with the Raven Staff, and it seems to be okay. So let's go ahead and like summon the boss in. It's really hard to target the head. Sometimes it likes to like target the hands, and then you do like no damage. So learning that. We've got rocks coming, right? So because there's a pattern, so he stomps and then rocks come, and then we move this way. So next will be the fissures. So here they come. Right, so same thing over and over. Then we get the head where we fly up, and then we run away. So this is what I've been doing this, hit there. Basically this entire time is just allowing my minions to do their thing. I'm not sure what to do with this. I really just want to get away from it, but it is kind of everywhere. And he does it. I need him doing the head thing with the explosion on it on one side of the arena. And it's hard to kind of position him to be over there at that time. It's very inconsistent, but I'm consistently getting to the boss to that point, to like half health, you know, like quote unquote, like half health. I'm not sure what I could be doing better. Obviously, don't get hit, right? That's like the easiest thing to say. Oh, I don't need to. Yeah, don't get hit, right? That's the easiest way to make things go a lot better. I could try melee again and switch to the turtle setup. Maybe that would be better and just tank it. I think that might be really interesting. We would have to see. Oh, I don't have any summons out. All right, there we go. So let's try this again, where we're just gonna let them hit his face. Hopefully. Again, it's hard to target things with the whip. Sometimes it like sicks your minions on the hands. And you'll see him, like, he'll throw one of his hands out and all your minions are like, get the hand. They're like, no, minions, that's not what I want you attacking right now. They don't do anything. The hands don't do anything. Just attack the head. Okay, so we're about to hit that second phase where the head comes out. I could be doing a little bit more damage being closer and actually using my whip, but when I focus too much on that, I end up taking too much damage. It's a bit of a quid pro quo. So he's going to laser beam, which is perfect right there because we happen to be on the ground when it came out. Oh, I got hit there. Now, someone had mentioned that I can try to become immune to some of these debuffs with the armor thing, and that would make it a lot easier, and I'm right there with you. I totally agree. But I don't know how to become immune to the, what is it called? Broken armor one? It's not broken armor. Oh, goodness. You know what? We had him fairly low there. I just have to live through like 2 more cycles of the head doing the explosion thing and the laser beam, and then this boss is dead. But I'm having a hard time doing that. And honestly, I think that, I mean, I'm brute forcing it at the moment, just trying to go and go and go until it dies. But I don't have infinite time in this particular recording session, so oh my goodness, I'm like in a weird spot. Oh, and I can't teleport out. Here, let's sure, let's do that. So yeah, we're in a weird spot because it's like I feel like we're really close to beating this boss, but I'm missing something. I don't know how to get the broken armor one away. I have immunity to defenseless, which is a debuff that apparently we can get, but one of my accessories gives me immunity to that. I think it's the circuitry one. This one here. So like that's really nice, right? Having immunity to defenseless, whatever that may be. I assume that we get that from him because he likes to break all of our armor, which is really annoying. That's a bad... we're gonna die on this one. Yeah, we just went through 2 fissures and then we're dead. So, yeah, it's tough. Like, we have to get our defense. And by the way, I want to call a bunch of you out who don't know the math behind the defense stuff. Okay, so in classic mode and in expert mode, defense not that great. In master mode, defense is actually really good because of the way that it reduces damage taken. And when it does that, when you have high defense and you take an attack, you notice the difference than when you have low attack or low defense. It is a fairly substantial increase in damage having low defense. I would suggest just head to the Terraria wiki and just look up the math on it. I don't remember what it is exactly off the top of my head, but it's substantial. The difference between like classic mode and master mode defense. So having higher defense actually is pretty good. And you'll notice when I was in the melee thing, I had, you know, quite a bit more defense, not a substantial amount. And I was doing a lot better with damage. I was lasting longer. The fight was going on longer because I wasn't doing as much damage to the boss, but the damage I was taking was significantly reduced, even with him reducing my armor, just because of the way that defense works in master mode. So it's one of those things. I feel like if I had more defense, I would be taking less damage. I'd be able to survive through those 2 extra rotations that we need. But I can't quite do that because then my damage goes down significantly. So if I could get rid of this broken armor, defense is cut in half, then that would be really nice. Right now, it's not possible for us to do that. I don't know what accessory could do that. I tried to look it up. I couldn't find anything. So it just happens to be where we're at with this. Oh my goodness, we barely made it out of that. I had to hit a fissure and then the boss, but I think we're... Just attack the boss, my minions, please. All right, he's gonna do the little explodey thing. I can't actually... It's kind of annoying. Oh my goodness, I went straight through the noise. It's kind of annoying that I can't use my hook during that. It won't let me hook to any walls, which I would absolutely do if I could. Let's go back. Let's do this a couple more times. I am running out of time, but I'm gonna try this a couple more times. So let's go again. I'm gonna be a little bit more silent on this one. A little focused on dodging, which is kind of what this fight is about. Don't get hit. And when you get hit really hard. So don't get hit, you know? He's gonna jump. So we're gonna move away from the boulders. Then we're gonna transition him to the next phase. We gotta go down for the laser beam, up for the laser beam, go across, don't get geysered or hit the boss, and do exactly both of those things. Do as I say, not as I do. Okay, I think that's gonna be my final attempt for this particular episode. I'm not really sure what I could change. Let me know if there's any weapons, any melee weapons that I should be using if I want to do melee outside of the Terrorblade. Like maybe there's a modded weapon that I just don't know about. Also, if there's any different things I could be doing for, I don't know, these debuffs, like how do I get rid of that broken armor debuff? Maybe. How do I, because like, again, this one right here removes defenseless, but like that's it. So like, can I also potentially get a better summoner weapon that I don't have outside of the Terrorblade? Obviously, I'm not going to go do Empress of Light right now. yeah, I'm kind of curious. I mean, I could go try Duke. He might be a bit easier, but I don't also want to go Duke right now. I don't like Duke. I'm very bad at Duke, so I'm kind of gonna, and I don't think anything there would necessarily help us. So yeah, leave your suggestions in the comments and we'll come back in the next episode and try to whoop his butt.